From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, January 21st, 2018. Silver is trading at $17.02 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,332 per ounce. ZenCache is trading at $41, and the average price of Bitcoin is $12,137. Antiwar.com reports the newest U.S. national defense strategy, the first since 2014, appears to set out a major shift in the focus of America's massive military and its endless wars, with officials now saying that the global wars on terror, while continuing, will no longer be the prime focus of U.S. national security. Instead, Defense Secretary James Mattis says the new strategy will put the primary focus of the U.S. military engaging in power competition with other great powers, with Russia and China apparently the targets. The great power conceit is a very 19th century concept based around the idea that certain countries have uniquely great influence and authority worldwide. Historically, the great powers tend to view everyone else as pawns to be used in broader global strategies, which establish the great powers' pecking order with respect to one another. That these nations are all major nuclear powers makes direct conflict hopefully unthinkable, but the U.S. apparently still envisions committing its massive military to the task of repeatedly one-upping and needling them, largely for the sake of competition.
For over 40 years, Robertson Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Robertson Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports hundreds of thousands took to the streets across the United States and abroad on Saturday to mark the one-year anniversary of the Women's March, which is Sunday. Also on the anniversary of the inauguration of President Donald Trump, the marches also drew people wanting to express dissatisfaction with Trump, particularly his recent criticism of immigrants from Haiti, El Salvador, and African nations. Rallies were held in Chicago, Illinois, Washington, D.C., Houston, Texas, and hundreds of cities elsewhere across the country. Thousands of protesters in Washington heard speeches from Democratic legislators, including House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi of California. Other events happened abroad in Beijing, Buenos Aires, Nairobi, and Rome. Marches under the social media banner #Weekend of Women are also scheduled for Sunday. The rally in Washington happened amid a government shutdown that began at midnight. Activists met in front of the Lincoln Memorial before heading to the White House carrying signs boasting slogans that include "Grab him by the midterms." Other signs supported reproductive, immigration, and healthcare rights. Despite the visible rebukes of his policies and statements, Trump referred to the marches as a celebration, touting a relatively low female unemployment rate during his time in office. Trump said, "Beautiful weather all over our great country, a perfect day for all women to march. Get out there now to celebrate the historic milestones and unprecedented economic success and wealth creation that has taken place over the last 12 months. Lowest female unemployment in 18 years.
Are you looking for a cryptocurrency that has a focus on users and usability? Then look into ZenCache. ZenCache has the ability to use both transparent and shielded transactions, with shielded transactions using zero-knowledge proofs. ZenCache features global governance with inclusive decision-making, reliable funding for continuous improvements, and documentation and wallets in many languages that are available for Linux, Mac, Windows, and Android devices. Learn more at zensystem.io. That's zensystem.io.
Reuters reports tourists who came to Battery Park in Lower Manhattan hoping to catch a ferry to see the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor got an unpleasant surprise on Saturday, learning the must-see destination was closed because of the U.S. government shutdown. The National Park Service announced on Friday afternoon it would close the historic statue and nearby Ellis Island to visitors if Congress failed to reach a funding deal by midnight. Apparently, not everyone got the word. An Argentine exchange student came to Battery Park at the southern tip of Manhattan with a friend, having purchased tickets online 1 week ago to visit the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. Neither of them were aware of the government shutdown, and when the Washington deadlock was explained to them, they rolled their eyes. In Washington, open-air parks and monuments remained open despite the shutdown. The Smithsonian Institution was also open, but its museums and the National Zoo will close on Monday if lawmakers still have not reached a deal, according to a statement. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.